Hey y'all. So I have been MIA for a minute. I'm sorry about that. Okay, no, I'm not really sorry about that. But I'm the kind of person that like sometimes I just like have to just go off the grid and try to figure everything out for myself and just get things back together. So I haven't been posting any videos in a minute, but I'm gonna be back to it. I'm gonna get back to it for real. Um, I'm trying to figure out honestly. Like I know that I don't mind being in front of the camera and stuff, but when you like watch a couple of different videos and different things, like it's like almost like you try to figure out like how you want to come across. And so that's my thing. Like I'm trying to figure out like how I want to come across, like how I want to address y'all is if I want to address y'all as friendless, if I want to address y'all as my people, if I want to address, I'm trying to like still figure that out. So, um, I know that if I want to do the videos, like I want it to be me, like I want to be myself. So like sometimes I'm kind of chill, and sometimes I'm kind of just extra. Um, so and sometimes I'm a mix of both, and so and sometimes I talk a lot, which is most of the time. So, but I figured that for the ones that I feel like I want to talk the most, like I'm just gonna make that a separate video. So like where I'm just gonna talk about stuff, like talk about a topic, and I'm gonna call it Majestic Moments. So that'll be like the talk session. So this one is kind of gonna be like a little talk session, kind of me talking about what I've been up to and doing a little update type of thing. And then the next video I'll post, it'll probably be something different. But I wanted to like come on and kind of talk about it because I have been going for a minute. But the reason why is like um, I got some things going on. Like I'm trying to figure out um, different things within my life. And I'm the type of person like I'm really sheltered in or I'm like really enclosed in sometimes. So like instead of me asking other people what I should do, most of the time I try to like as a lady, I try to go within and figure that out for myself or allow it to reveal itself to me. And so I just been really still and just trying to get back to where I feel like I can trust my instincts, trust my gut, trust who I am, and allow the answers to come to me or allow whatever needs to come to me so that I'll know what to do next. So, um, it's a fun journey. Like once you get the hang of it, it's actually kind of fun because I recently just been having like aha moments of like for example, last year I was looking to get a car and I ended up getting a car. It wasn't the car that I had envisioned or that I knew I was going to get. Like it wasn't the car. Like the car that I was going to get. Okay, so this kind of how it went. So I had saved up some money and I went searching for a car. Like as I was meditating and sitting still and being still and thinking on it, it came to me that it was going to be a specific color and particularly the smell of it. I know that sounds weird, right? I know, like, smell? Girl, what are you talking about? But there was a specific smell. And I hope y'all can hear me because I actually got my headphones in. Sometimes they be acting kind of choppy. I know, I think I never heard myself with the headphones on. Anyways, so back to the story. So, so yeah, it was a particular smell, it was a particular color, and the inside of the car looked a specific way. Um, so it was like 3 days I had went to different used car shops or whatever, and I was pretty much just like outside walking around, checking them out, looking for the color and looking, and particularly the smell. Like it was like the smell, it was like okay, once I smell the smell, I know that that's going to be it. So I ended up making it to one, I think it was like day 3 of my search. So I ended up at one car dealership or whatever. And they didn't necessarily have used cars, but they had like 2 different locations, like right down the street from each other. So, but they ended up having, they ended up having used at the other dealership. So, they kind of like gave me a ride to the other dealership, and I was working with, um, I don't know why my voice keeps going in and out. It's cutting up. You don't want me to tell you the story because they don't want to get out. I'm just like, but anyway, so they ended up giving me a ride to the other car dealership. So I get to the other car dealership, and the guy was like, "What you looking for?" And I kind of told him, I was like, "Well, before I was looking for a Honda Pilot, but I realized the Honda Pilot is long, like it's long and it's a lot bigger than I thought." And so he was just like, "Okay, well, what about a minivan?" He was like, "How much money you got?" And I told him how much I had. I had like two something, and he was just like, "Okay, well, how about a minivan?" So it was like a black minivan. It was a decent minivan. Like that bad boy drove. Like when I tell y'all, it was so smooth. Like it drove so smooth. Like smooth. It was smooth. Like it was like I was flying in air. Like it was like it went over the little humps and you didn't feel it. Like it was just like a smooth ride. And then it had like he had like the TVs and all of that. So, but I was just like, I don't want a car note. Like, I don't want a car note. So they like, so we go back inside, and the guy, he kind of talking to me, and he's just like, okay, well, yeah, we can see if we can, see if you approved and da da. And this is how much, if you put that amount of money you got down, then you can have a monthly payment of this amount. And I was like, I don't want a monthly payment. Like, I don't want that. So this first day, they had me sitting there for like hours trying to convince me to do the monthly payment. I keep telling them, no, I don't want the monthly payment. And then he like, okay, well, if you make this amount of money a month, then you can afford it. I was like, it has nothing to do with the fact that I can afford the monthly payment or not. I don't want the monthly payment. I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. Like, no, that's not within my budget of what I wanted to do. No. And so he kept trying to convince me or whatever. And so it was like close to me having to go pick up my kids from school. So I ended up actually being late. I had to get a lift to take me to the daycare, and I was late. Like I called the daycare, and the person who answered the phone, I know her because I grew up with her. She was like my preschool teacher. she's so she's so hard. But anyway, so she was just like, you do know it's 4:30 right now. Like, what time are you gonna get here? And I'm like, these people is holding me up at this shop. I was like, I've been telling them that I need to leave for the longest. Like, no, it was like 3:45, and now I didn't get there till like 4:30. I didn't get to the daycare till like 4:30 yet. But I'm like, these people holding me up. They take it forever. Like, I'm trying to tell them I don't want the car or whatever. So I was in such a rush. I had already knew that I wasn't going back there, but I was in such a rush that I had forgot to get my ID from them. And by the time I remembered, the dude was like, it was like 7 o'clock at night, and the dude was like, no, it was like 6 o'clock at night when I called, and I was just like, look, just leave my ID, put it in the envelope, and just like leave it, in y'all little mailing space or whatever, and I'll just come pick it up. Like, because my sister was like, I'll take you to go get it or whatever. I was like, thank you, because they's coming up. And then the guy was like, I can't do that. The manager was like, no, we can't do that. We can't leave. I was like, girl, just leave my ID there. Like, I'm not telling you to do nothing. Just leave it there. Like, just put it in an envelope, sit it in a box, whatever. Like, sit it somewhere, like, in the doorway. Like, I'm like 10 minutes away. It's not even going to take that long for me to get there. Just leave it there. And she's like, no, you can just come back tomorrow. I was like, I wasn't trying to come back tomorrow. Y'all got my ID. Like, fuck. Like, why you can't just give me my ID? And so she's just like, no, we're not going to do that. You just have to come in the morning. So I was like, oh my God. So what time do y'all open up in the morning? And so she was just like, oh, well, the person that you were working with is not going to be here till 10 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm just trying to be through with y'all. Like, I don't want the car that y'all trying to give me. I don't want it. Blah, blah, blah. So I get there, 10 o'clock in the morning. Um, I get there and I'm like, I knew that I still, my search was continuing, like whatever. So I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna take my time. So I started like walking down that way because I started walking down that way. It's like a whole bunch of car dealerships from my house. So like, I started walking from like, where was it? Where did I get off at? It was like Cicero and Grand. And I walked from like Cicero and Grand down to where their car dealership was at, which was like by Diversity and Cicero. Okay. So I was walking, just, walking down, looking at different ones, looking, to see how much, see what the cars was, see what they had, So I got to this one dealership and I kind of started looking at different cars, looking at the prices. And so I asked him, I was like, okay, so the price on the car, like, is that with everything, like with the title, with the, fees, all that? He was like, it's with everything. Like, I was like, oh, so I was just paid that amount, period. And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, word, wow, okay. So I saw one particular car. It was green and it was a minivan. And I was like, I don't really want a minivan. But if I had to get one, I would have got it because the other one was driving smooth. So I was just like, okay. So I started looking, like, I started looking in the car and I smelled as soon as the door opened, I was like, this is it. Like, this is it. This is a car. Like, this is a car. Like, this is the car that I smell. Like, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, the color was green. The inside that I had like kind of saw a glimpse of, when I was meditating, was more grayish, not like new color. But this car, it was green on the outside, new color, but it had the smell, right? And I was just like, this is it. Like, this is it, right? So I told a dude, I was like, okay, I want this car. Like, I want this car, but I gotta go to this other car dealership to get my ID and stuff. And I was like, so I'll be back. And he was just like, okay. He was like, okay, it'll be here, And I was like, yeah, I'll test drive it and stuff when I come back. So I'm like, this is it. Like, oh my God, Like, the inside of it had TVs. It had the seats where you can push down. Like, it was what I envisioned. Like, it was a 2009, I think. No, it was a 2010. So, it was just like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Like, this is it. Like, I didn't necessarily want a minivan, but hey, this is what I envisioned. So I leave and I go walking, I go walking. Now, mind you, this is where the lesson in the story comes in, but I didn't realize that this was the lesson in the story last year. I didn't realize it until this year. So I go walking, I get back, I go walking and I stop at other car dealerships, run away, still looking, talking. Now, mind you, my mind was, okay, that was the car, but I still felt like I didn't necessarily want a minivan. You know what I'm saying? So that's where, like, my mind, I guess, kind of tuned out. Like, when I envisioned it, I didn't necessarily see the length of the car. I just saw the color, the smell, and the inside, or kind of saw like what the inside kind of looked like, in a sense, right? And so yeah, and so I keep walking, stop at a couple other places, get phone numbers, asking them like the type of cars, blah blah. So I finally get to the dealership where they have my car at. And I mean, have my ID at. And so I just go in. I was like, hey, I just need my ID. But he was like, no, sit down. I was like, I don't have no time for that. Just give me my ID. Like, I gotta go. Like, just give me my ID. Y'all held me up yesterday. I was late getting my kids from daycare. Like, y'all need to come on. Like, just give me my ID so I can go. And he was just like, okay, well, I gotta go get it from the lady. I was like, what? She said you had it. Like, just give me my stuff so I could go. So they finally give me my stuff. And so the guy was just like, well, we kind of, before they even brought it, the guy was kind of like, okay, well, she want to talk to you again. I was like, look, Like, I gotta go. And he was just like, okay, well, they just want to talk to you this one more time about one more thing. And then after that, and I was just like, can you just give me my ID first? And then if I want to listen, then I'll listen. But I want my ID right now. Like, right now. And so he was just like, okay, hold on. So he go get the ID. He come ahead and give it to you. I was like, thank you. Now, what is it that you want? Because I got to go. And so he gives me, he says that, oh, well, we talked to more. We kind of went over some more stuff. And we can give you, we can make your monthly payment like $150 a month. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's decent. But like I said, I don't want a car note or whatever. And so he was just like, okay, well, if you're still looking for a car, he was like, okay. And so he went back. He was like, okay, let me go tell them this right now. I was like, okay, well, I got to go. He was like, okay, just wait for me outside because I want to talk to you about something. I was like, okay. So I'm trying to hurry up, mind you. They had to refund me my money because I had put money down on that car just in case, like, I decided I had, just in case I had changed my mind or something. Now, that's what I didn't do. Remember that. That's what I didn't do. Remember that. So I go, I'm standing outside, and I know y'all probably like, why would you put your money down on the car you didn't want? I was like, because it rolls smooth. I was in the look for a car, and it was kind of just like, okay, let me, plot all this out. Like, they wanted me to make a decision right then and there. I didn't feel right making a decision then and there because it's what that would mean that I would have to pay a car note, and that's something that I really need to like think about. And so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna think on it. I'm gonna let this money down, blah blah. So I had put like 500 down because they were saying like you can put 1,000 down. Right now, I'm just gonna put this 5 down, and y'all. So they had to process my refund and all that or whatever, and so they had to give me a receipt for that, and that's what the dude had went back to go do. So after he did that, he gave me the receipt for it and everything. It was like, oh, here's your bank, a couple days from now, whatever. I was like, oh, cool, that's whatever. So I was trying to hurry up and get back to the other dealership because I wanted to test the car out, get the car gone. So, so I go, I'm standing outside and I'm talking to this dude or whatever, and he's talking about like he's selling his car or whatever. He had a minivan and another two cars I never, and he was just like, I'm selling this car because I'm trying to get a new car, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, what's wrong with it? And he was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with it. It runs fine. My wife drives it every day and again. I drive it every day and again, like, So he's just kind of telling me different stuff about it. And we kind of talking about it or whatever. And his wife had pulled up. And he was like, that's the car. I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, that's not a bad looking car. I ain't never seen that before. But, like, that's not a bad looking car. So we kind of just talking about it, boom. So I would say it's about like an hour later. I felt like it was like 30 minutes later, but it was probably about like an hour later. So I finally get done talking to him, and I go walk back down there. I go walk back down there. I sounded real country when I just said I walk back down there. It be coming out sometimes, just coming out. Anyway, so I walk back down there, and I'm looking, at the dealership, and I'm like, what a guy. And so I tell the man, he see my face, like the owner of the place. He said, oh no. He was like, I just sold it. I said, what? I said, I told you I was coming right back. He was like, I know. I didn't think nobody. He was like, this been sitting out here for a minute. Like, I didn't think nobody was going to come and test drive it and buy it. Like, I didn't think that. And he was like, would you believe it only had, he was like, I forgot about you. I was like, I told you I was coming right back. Like, I told you I was coming right back. Like, I said, I'll be right back. I wasn't right back, but like, I felt like, like, let them know. Like, it's already taken. I told you I wanted it. And so I go, and he's just like, I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Like, he just came out. I was like, oh, I can't believe this. And he was like, would you believe it was only one? He was like, that car only had one owner. And most of the time it was parked downtown because it was somebody who worked at a professional building down there. He was like a senator or something. I'm not a senator. He was some type of state representative, like a political state representative, politician or something like that. And he was like, it was only one owner, no accidents, no none of that. And I was just like, I was so distraught. Like, I was so distraught. Like, I didn't even know what to do because I was just like, what just happened? Like, I just walked out and I was like, what just happened? Like, what happened? Like, that was the car. Like, how did I not get it? Like, that was my car. Like, that was my car. Like, I was telling everybody, I was like, I found my car. Like, I found it. It's a minivan, but I found it. Like, I found it. It has the smell, it has the color. Like, I was telling people, this is my car. And I get back, and it was gone. I was so distraught, like, so sad. I didn't know what was wrong. Like, and so, Karai's birthday party was like a couple weeks. It was like coming up that weekend. And so by this time it was a Wednesday. It was a Thursday. His birthday party was that Saturday. So I'm sitting up like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So the dude called me because he knew how much money I had or whatever to put down on the car. So the dude that worked at the shop, at the car dealership that I had left that I was talking to about his cars that he was selling, he called me and was like, hey, I was talking to my wife and she was saying that if you're still looking for a car, we can sell it to you for that price. And so I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, well, I'll let you know. And so I kind of just started on it. And a part of me was saying, don't do it. Like, that's not the car that you want. Don't do it. But then the pressure was coming on me like, okay, your son's birthday coming up. You need to get to this place. You need a car for that. But in actuality, I didn't, I didn't. And then when I was saying, I didn't, well, anyway, I'll get to it. So, I was just distraught, y'all. Like, so I'm just like, at this point, I became, what's the word? I just said desperate, and discouraged. So it was like I was still looking. Even after I talked to him for the next day, I was still looking. And then the dude was just like, oh, okay, I work. No, he was just like, we had talked, and he was just like, well, if you can come back, you can come test, and you can see if it's something that you like, So I'm like, okay, I should have did this as a live and not as, what you call it? Hold on, I'm gonna stop it and then come back.